Hello, my beautiful people. Your 2023 tarot and astrology readings are up and out there for your purchasing pleasure. So they are the same price. I'm keeping the same price so that they are accessible for everybody. So you can get them for $4.99 a piece, which is like the price of a cup of coffee, basically, or a sandwich, or probably, I don't even think you can get either of those now. Well, thereabouts at this moment in time. So this year, I have included even more knowledge, even more wisdom for you to digest. So as part of those, you will get the numerology overview, the eclipse overview. That is a part that I'm not going to be putting out on any of my other platforms. And it's really important that you see that, because the way that the eclipse is full next year is there's some really juicy tidbits in there. On top of that, you will get the lunation section, which is all about your new moon, your full moon of the year of 2023, and the eclipses and how all of those are going to be impacting your sign. On top of that, you will get the 12-month breakdown, and this year, the 12-month tarot breakdown. And on top of that, this year, I've created a 19 plus, because they're about 19 pages or more, plus page document of astrological knowledge and wisdom, and how the biggest transits of the year are going to be hitting you in your sign. So I have literally, by the way, that's downloadable and printable, so you can have it as like a reference guide for the year ahead. I literally couldn't fit any more into these. We've also made the files smaller this year so that they're easier for you guys to download. I've tried to think of absolutely everything. So you can get one for $4.99. You can get your big three, your sun, moon, and ascendant, for $14.97. So you would select the two that you want, and then at the cart you add the third item so that you get your sun, moon, and rising. Or you can buy the bundle for $24.99, right? Look at that. And then you can download them and send them to all of your loved ones. With that said, I just want to say a massive thank you for allowing me to, from time to time sell you things. Obviously, this is my business. It is how I do my work. So thank you so much for listening. If you want to get those, you can do so on the link in the description box below. For those of you that do purchase and support my work, I thank you so deeply and humbly from my heart to yours. I really hope you have a wonderful 2023, and I really hope that you love them as much as I did creating them. Take care, and then let's get to your week ahead taroscope. Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Your key to the week this week is the Strength card. So we've been talking about this as a theme for a few months for you, right? About really digging into your heart of hearts, like what is important to you is starting to be revealed. And this week it looks like you're very focused on something that for you at a heart space level is exactly what life is about. So whatever you're working on at the moment, whether you're employed, whether you're unemployed, or whatever it is, whatever you are working on at the moment, whatever your life feels like it's being almost consumed by or tested through, that is where your heart is. This is what you are demonstrating to the world, to the people in your life, to the universe. This is what is the most important thing to me, and this is a part of what I feel I am here to do. For a lot of you, it looks like this is taking some serious guts. Like this is a week where you're going to have to dig deep into the heart of who you are, dig deep into your guts, your courage to find your strength, maybe to walk a path that maybe nobody else understands. That's one way that this often shows up. It may also be that you're having to, and because I kind of see this card and the Fool card, they have a very similar energy. The Fool card more is about the leap itself, whereas the Strength card is like, where you gather the courage and, the oomph to kind of say, okay, you know what, I'm going for it, I'm going to do it. This actually suggests to me that this week you are pulling up your inner courage, your inner wisdom, and you are going after something. And it's like, this is what's important to me. This is what I feel like my next life purpose is actually about. For your, before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Hierophant card. So you really are, right? Like this is about you having the guts and the courage to establish yourself, or even to become an authority within your chosen field. There's something this week where I almost feel like this is you stamping your feet to say, this is why you should pay attention to me. The fact that you've got this as well means for a lot of you, maybe you're filing to start a new company. Maybe you are, like maybe you're starting a new company for some of you. Like if you're employed and you've decided, you know what, I'm going to strike out on my own. This could literally be where it's like, you know what, this is scary, it's new, I'm going to have to go for it, but I'm totally ready, I'm totally in. For some of you, maybe you finally decided to get that website off the ground. Because it's the Hierophant card, this would be where you're going through the motions or interacting with the larger governing body or institution in some way. And this is you putting time, effort and energy into something that is very close to your heart, which is great. For your communications and conversations, you have the Four of Wands. That's absolutely beautiful, right? And look at this. This is the Four of Wands on its own is a card of celebrations and happiness, but it's also about emotional it's like the foundation of good things being built in your life. And you've got another card here that represents a strong foundation or something that you're building. You've got this here with the Strength card, which means that your heart is truly invested in creating a solid foundation for yourself. And it also suggests that there is good news on whatever it is that you're trying to build. So for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this is good news about the school that you go to, or it's about your grades, or it's about how you're progressing within the schooling that you're doing. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, I really like this because it looks like you've established yourself as a valid or valued member of your team. So it's like people are seeing you and saying, wow, you know what, we kind of slept on this person and actually they're coming up trumps. They're really knowledgeable. They know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? And the other thing with the Four of Wands as well, this is good news and celebrations. So if you are employed by somebody else, you could be celebrated this week. You could get some award. You could get some kind of accolade where people are really putting you and your, your skills and your talents to the fore. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a solopreneur or a person that works for themselves, honestly, I think this is the week where you come to play, right? You're in it. You are in it to win it. What I like about this as well, maybe for some of you, you are setting up a school or academy. Maybe you are setting up some different branch to your business, especially like for those of you that are planning to do this on a physical level, because there's so much physical energy here. Yes, the Strength card is fire. Yes, the Wands cards is fire, but it's a Four of Wands. And you've got the Hierophant card. So for those of you that are setting up storefronts, shops, or planning to have like a physical space or dwelling in some kind or in some way, it's like you're getting the green light, you're getting the go ahead. If you're looking for funding, if you're looking for resources from outside, not perspectives, what's the word that I'm looking for? Benefactors. They are absolutely with you, right? I love this for you guys. I think it's great. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, I think this is a lot of you either seeking to go back to work, or you are throwing yourself into projects and or vocations that feel like, you know what, okay, maybe I'm not getting paid for this, but actually it feels like something that I really am supposed to be doing. So there's a really strong energy for advancement this week. When it comes to your love and relations, you've got the Ten of Swords. So not the easiest of energies, but one way that this could show up, this is kind of like, and I touch wood, and I hope it's not the case, but this is kind of like that, in one day or in 1 week, you have like a birth, or you have like a death, and then you have a birth. It's like this is the cycle of life sort of stuff, like where you're getting some really great, wonderful news that really advances and propels you, and then you're getting some heavier news that potentially comes with a visit to a hospital. I really hope I'm wrong on this front. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, hey, hang on a sec, this is in the love and relations. Your love and relations isn't just your intimate partner, it's also your family. With these kinds of energies and the blends of them, it is likely to be an older family member, maybe somebody that is like, potentially a parent, potentially a grandparent. But here's the thing, for those of you that are partnered, this will be in your partner's family, not in your direct or immediate family. Whereas for those of you that are single, this could literally be a friend or a family member of a friend. So it's like you're hearing about this and it's indirect. It's not you specific, if that makes sense, but you'll feel it in the heart space. That's the Strength card. You know, it will have something to do with home and or family. And then you've got the Ten of Swords, which is an ending. Now, another way that this could play out, it doesn't have to be death, right? Another way that this could play out, it could be a bust up, like an argument or a fight of some kind within a relationship that, you know, it's like. And this is the thing, if you're in a relationship, if you've been in a long-term relationship, you know, you will have fights, you will have arguments, you will have moments where things don't go according to plan and you fall out. And sometimes it does take days for you to kind of, you know, get back to being that couple in love. That is natural, and we need to know that it's natural. Just like the moon and the sun and the planets, they all wax and wane and, you know, go retrograde. I've always wondered as well, like, does the sun go retrograde on other planets? Like, if you're on another planet, does the sun go retrograde at some point? I've always wondered that. I don't, maybe not any planets in our solar system, but I don't know, I guess other planets. That's just my really random Aquarian brain doing its thing. But yeah, so you know, normalize this. Don't let it be like oh, we had an argument and, you know, that's not allowed or that's bad. It's not a reason to punish each other. It's just a human moment, right? For those of you that are single, look, if you're connecting with someone, it'll likely to be in like the most random place. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, when somebody gets a date at a funeral, like that kind of thing. Doesn't have to be a funeral, but I'm just saying. It might also be as well that somebody shows interest in you this week if you're single, and you're so focused on whatever it is that you're building, that you're ready to create, that you're just like, I'm not interested. For your money and materials, you have the Eight of Cups. So you've got the Strength card, which is number 8. You've got this Eight of Cups. 2 8s represents new knowledge, new wisdom, new inspiration. And I think you've definitely got that. And especially through your conversations this week. When it comes to your finances, for a lot of you, it's like you're walking away from a project that you know is going to cost too much. That you maybe aren't willing to invest or bet on. And that's the thing as well, like Virgos, you know, you guys will calculate the numbers and you'll do all the crossing the T's and dot the I's, but Virgos that I've observed anyway, they're not afraid to walk away from something when they think, you know what, this isn't viable. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because it obviously has a financial spin. For your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your feet. All right, so yeah, definitely look out for your feet, your toes and your ankles this week. I'm sure you'll be fine, but just be mindful. And then when it comes to your home and environment, for some of you, you could be spending time away from the home this week. And it's kind of like you're missing it, right? And it's like, oh, I miss home. Like, I wish I could be home. But you're so busy doing other things that are taking you out of home. Or maybe you're at home, and because you're working so hard on something, you don't really have the time to focus on it. So it's like you're at home, but you're missing home because you haven't got time to interact with the people that make it home. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. It's a bit of a mixed bag this week, but I'm sure you will handle it like a boss. Take care, and I'll see you soon.